Hang on, 5,000 squats after 20 minutes of wearing these? These might just look like regular shorts, but 30,000 Kegel movements in one session? These are not regular shorts. Today, we're going to talk about EMS technology, which stands for electric muscle stimulation. And that's the technology that these shorts have. You know when you're working out, right? Inside the actual muscle, there's electricity being produced because you're working out. That electricity is key to the growth of that muscle. EMS essentially adds in that electricity for you manually. Physiotherapists use this, athletes use this. There's lots of applications and devices where you hold them and apply the electric muscle stimulation. And now JOVS has gone and made this technology wearable. And in fact, you're able to tighten and exercise your pelvic floor as well as your glutes just by wearing these. To get EMS activated, you don't have to flex your muscles. You don't have to do anything. EMS is going to stimulate the muscles in a controlled way for you. Let me tell you, even though you're not flexing, you're not doing an exercise, you will feel it for sure, especially on the higher settings. These are very powerful shorts. Inside these shorts, there are rear electrode pads, and then there is the pelvic floor area, and that is the front. And these ones are 131 centimeters square in the front. In one session of wearing these shorts on your body, you get 30,000 Kegel movements. These are designed to improve your pelvic floor health, whether you are experiencing postpartum changes or just aging-related changes, to prevent leaking when you laugh or you sneeze, and also just to tighten and help you feel more supported down there. These are designed and tested to support and strengthen your pelvic floor. I started taking pelvic floor health seriously when I was like 21 years old. I saw a specialist and I learned a lot. However, to manually do Kegel exercises is not as easy as throwing on a pair of shorts. And I also like that you don't have to insert anything like a Kegel weight, which can be kind of invasive. The electrodes in the back are 85 centimeters square, and they cover the gluteus muscles, all three of them. And so all three muscles in the glutes get activated with these shorts, helping to achieve a more 3D kind of butt. I was wondering, how do you use these? How do you clean them? I had a lot of questions. Let's talk about it. On the front here, there's a little remote. This is magnetically attached very well too, I might add. It has enough of these little magnets that are going to hold the remote securely. The remote is the control to activate these shorts. If this is off, you can't turn these on. So when it comes to washing, the remote has to come off. And this is really easy to use. You can customize the pelvic floor settings and have them different than the glute settings. So you could have all of the settings all the way up, or you could have one side, like the glutes, all the way up, or vice versa. And on this remote, the settings go up to 7. I have never used it past a 5 to my recollection. It is very, very strong. That's all I need. And the recommended frequency for wearing these in order to get results is 20 minutes per session, 2 to 3 times a week. And I like using this alongside my workout program, which is very minimal, but these shorts give me something extra. And it's great. And I saw some of the research with these shorts. These were lab tested. In testing, these demonstrated an 81.25% improvement in the pelvic floor, with a 13% improvement in muscle strength and 31.25% reduction in urine leakage. 31%, that is very significant for people dealing with that. I think that's amazing. Now, to wash these. This is my first question. I'm like, these are electric. Like, how do you get them clean? That was my first question. They're really easy to clean, and actually the electrodes are waterproof. Very important. Always remove the remote before you wash these. You don't want to get water on the remote. However, the actual shorts are waterproof and they're able to withstand machine wash or hand wash, which is what I prefer, using some warm soapy water, just gently rubbing them together to get them nice and clean, and then wringing out the excess water. Then just hang them to dry. And when you go to use them, then you can put the remote back on. These shorts also have biomimetic stabilization. If you've ever used EMS and you've gotten a little zap, these won't do that, which is amazing. They are made for sensitive skin. They're not going to hurt you. These don't require any conductive gel, unlike a lot of skincare devices, so you can use them just by wearing them. And that makes them easy to wear doing things around the house. They're not messy. And I wanted to make mention these sizing, they're very generous and stretchy. When I put on the shorts, I like to just adjust the lining so that the electrode is exactly even, exactly where I want it. And of course, you're gonna know based on feeling. There is no lack of, are these on? Are these working? Are they doing anything? That's not these. If these EMS shorts are interesting to you and you're like, I want to get a pair of those, and you think that you could benefit from these, I have good news. With discount code GIRLY30, you can get $30 off even the sale price of these. And check out the description. That's where I'm going to leave a link so that you can tap and shop these shorts. And I want to thank my audience so much. Thank you to everybody who watches my videos and to those of you who also use my links and discount codes like this one. The way that that works is when you make a purchase and you get something that has a discount code associated with it, like GIRLY30 for these shorts, I make a small commission, and that really helps me and it helps my channel, and I really appreciate it. So I just want to say thank you. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Check out the links below and I'll see you very soon. I love you.